That's my best friend.
Hello and welcome back to another video. One question that has been playing on my mind recently is, what happened to Bobby Burns? Over the past year, countless videos have been made on Bobby Burns, who has changed a lot on this platform. Commentary community have made tons of videos on the guy, from harsh critique.
It hasn't changed. It's the same shit he put on Shane's channel, except now he's hiding it in these brackets. Creator impressions or whatever.
It's 7 tracks. And it's bad.
YouTube equivalent of a treadmill made for the outdoors. Because at the end of the day, why would you want to go and watch a Bobby Burns video when you can literally just watch every other LA vlogger in existence?
To interviews with the actual Bobby Burns, where he tries to give the viewer insight into why he has drastically changed.
It became trendy to hate me, I think. I think just because it did get clicks, you know, like it gets clicked. And it's so insane to have been part of the commentary community and then to have succeeded out of it, but it just felt almost like everyone that I had tried to help build and reach out to just turned on me.
But before I get into what has happened to the guy, I think it's important to show the history behind Bobby. Let's begin with the fact that he has been doing this for 4 years now, with his first videos being simple movie reviews, which for many of his viewers now will be seen as angelic and pure. He has a massive amount of videos of where he's just brimming with knowledge and opinions on the movies he's reviewing. And slowly but surely, 2 years into making videos, his content moves into critique of art and YouTubers and companies. Beginning with his video on how YouTube kills creativity, which I would argue sparked his new era of commentary videos.
Thing that has ever made me want to stop producing content is the views. I would sit down with a pencil and a piece of paper, click through every single one of my videos, and add up the total. After a while, that's all I was focusing on. I would make a video every now and then, but the majority of the time that I should have been creating content, I was staring at numbers on a screen.
So we move into what I knew Bobby for, a commentary channel, critiquing YouTubers for their BS. I'm not gonna lie and say I knew of Bobby before Shane Dawson's series on him as The Hater, which can be seen as either the rise or the fall of his YouTube career. But we will get into that a little later.
I have a problem with people manipulating people and not being honest and making terrible content.
Who cares? I'm rich!
Bobby's videos critiquing YouTubers gave him a lot of notoriety on the platform. Personally for me, his videos were the first critique videos I'd ever watched. I'm not going to sit here and lie about how his videos inspired me, because they didn't. The first video I saw of his was of Shane Dawson, which I thought was a cheap shot for views when he reached for anything just to get a 10-minute video. But that's most videos, right? JK, 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 don't hate me, YouTubers.
His voice.
He was definitely at his best, views and subscribers wise, and then there were a few hiccups, and then the shit show. So let's not drag this out and let's talk about the elephant in the room. Did Shane Dawson ruin Bobby's career? Now, this is a tricky question to answer, mostly because it's all down to perspective. I think the biggest issue with the video Shane did on Bobby is that Shane didn't realise his audience are die-hard fans who would find it very hard to forgive Bobby. And honestly, I'm not surprised. Many fans are blinded by their loyalty to their favourite creators, not understanding that sometimes the things that YouTubers say aren't their actual opinions. It's just them playing the game. I know, it sucks.
But you said my content was terrible.
That specific content.
You said all my content.
I didn't say all.
Yeah. Yes, you did.
Are you gonna pull it up?
For this specific moment that's burned in my brain.
Okay. I have a problem with people manipulating people and not being honest and making terrible content.
Hey, what did you get? Content. Bobby!
In the video where Shane confronts Bobby, an awkward, overly laughing guy walks in, astonished that he's meeting his idol, Shane. And it was kind of hard to hate him. He gelled well with Shane and his family and his friends. But you soon forget that he was meant to be the hater, which was great.
When you're offering him content, I thought we hated him. You already love him now?
Well, no, because he apologized, and I'm all good with that.
Everything was going great until Shane gave him a car, which many thought he was very undeserving of. Many argued that Shane has millions of fans that he could have given a platform to, but chose a hater to give a car. I think these types of comments come from jealousy and just anger, since they thought that Bobby was being manipulative and using Shane for clout, which is also a fair point. Of course, when he did the video with Shane, it was about clout, because any video with Shane would be exposure, and I think you'd be stupid to turn it down. Of course, you can have the intention of, yes, I'd love to do a video with Shane, I'm a big fan, but you'd also, inside of your mind, think about the exposure, think about the views. I personally think the major part of his downfall was Shane giving Bobby a video slot every Sunday on his channel. Many of Shane's subscribers argued that they subbed for Shane, not Bobby, forgetting that Shane has been doing this for years with Alexis Jezel and Destry, because he likes them and he wants to help their personal channels. Breaking news, as I'm recording this, Shane has deleted the videos that Bobby had done on his channel. No idea why, maybe he just didn't like how it flowed on his channel anymore, or maybe Bobby asked him to. I think the issue with Bobby's videos was that they seemed insincere and fake. Bobby went from commentary videos to challenges, which made no sense to literally anyone. It felt like Bobby was trying to force his friend group onto Shane's viewers, who were either there for Bobby himself or to watch the carnage of Bobby. I'm not proud to say I was there for the latter. Sorry, I'm human. Bobby's videos felt very forced, and he tried to fit in with the generic mold of YouTube, which people on Shane's channel and on his own didn't want, because Shane was switching up his content on his own and they wanted something new from Bobby. I remember comments having a lot of distaste towards his girlfriend Jordan, who seemed pushy and controlling, which never fits into what a viewer wants. Not gonna lie, having a single male YouTuber usually does better than one that's in a relationship, mostly because girls are less likely to be attracted to them and want to keep watching. Not saying that all teen girls are like this, but we all love to ship ourselves with celebs and people we look up to. Anyway, one of his first videos on Shane's channel was him dressing like LA YouTubers, which many found mundane and unimaginative. Not gonna lie, I thought it was a decent video, but many came in with the expectation that this critical YouTuber would create content which would be perfect, but it sadly wasn't. And trust me, people didn't fail to let him know it. Sadly, I can't get the video up because it's completely gone from Shane's channel, so you can't get the original comments. There was also the issue of the lie detector test on My Hater, which was the original title, then changed to lie detector test on my friends. But now the video is completely gone from Shane's channel, and I'm kind of confused as to why the Bobby related videos are deleted other than the two original ones. But people didn't like the lie detector test because it kind of showed Bobby answering the questions negatively and then lying and not seeing the fun in it, I guess.
Were you really a fan of my videos?
Yeah. His breathing collapse, that would be a fail.
Do you think that my merch is ugly?
No. Boom! Bad fail.
There, sure. Are you using my boyfriend?
No.
Liar.
You secretly want to kill my son.
Oh God.
Well, it did take his breath away. That's normally a fail.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
His whole new thing of the 5.0, the 4.2, I don't really care what decimals he was using, of a new generation of Bobby came in, and people didn't care. They just wanted him to do it, not talk about it. There was a massive amount of hate, a drop of views, a drop of subscribers, backlash, and people just didn't want to see Bobby anymore. Everything he did was kind of ripped apart. He'd try and do this new vlog thing, and then everyone hated it, so he'd stop, so he'd go back into kind of commentary-esque videos, and people were like, what are you doing, why do you keep changing? And he just couldn't win. And then there was a blackout. None of his content was going up on Shane's channel anymore, no content uploaded on his own, just silence. And this begged the question, did Shane fire him? Did Bobby quit? Did Bobby and Garrett ever get together? think that one was on my mind. There was a lot of silence around it until he came out with his breakdown video.
I completely burnt myself out, and I lost myself. Just completely lost myself in YouTube. When this happened, I hadn't taken a break in a very, very long time. Like an actual break, like an decompress. Haven't fucking done that in literally like a year and a half. That's insane.
Shane then explained the situation on his Snapchat.
I think it is affecting him. I mean, I know it's affecting him. I've talked to him about it. And I've been a little out of the loop. So when I saw all of the comments and stuff, I was like, okay, like I should say something. There's no drama. There's no issues with me and Bobby. There's no, like, literally no tea to be spilled. I think in general, it was a lot. Like, him moving here to start the show on my channel, we didn't completely know what it was yet. Like, all of it happened really fast, and I think it was like overwhelming and stressful. And I was like going crazy over it, just being like, is this good enough? Are people gonna not like it? What if they don't like you? And then is that gonna affect you? And then he was going crazy over it, like, oh, is this good enough? It was just like a lot, right? And it got to a point where I was like, I think you need to take a break, focus on your channel and your thing.
But even after all of that, he still didn't gain the response he wanted, was still losing subscribers and views, and for many, his videos were just not enough. His next steps on his channel are things I kind of give it up to him. He played into the craze of what happened to Bobby Burns, is Bobby Burns okay? And the new era of Nasty Boy awoke. And we were given a SoundCloud wannabe rapper rapping about who knows what because his music grates in my ears. We all have our own personal preferences, don't hate me. Here are a few clips of the new and improved Bobby.
Feel like a motherfucker man when a deep cut on a dumpster with a hot straw, yeah! Kill a motherfucking bitch! Don't be fucking with my shit! So paranoid, I can't sleep. Put the mask on, put it on, bitch. Call me crazy, yeah. I can't sleep.
His new alter ego caused a lot of hate from the community, but he refused to back down and still is Nasty Boy. Many don't understand where this new persona came from. This was a random guy who went from commentary videos to smoking weed and acting devilish. But that's not to say that everyone hated it. He's actually been getting quite a few good comments on the whole Nasty Boy. The whole point of Nasty Boy was to show the evil side of Bobby, a side to him which abused him and made him say certain things.
When Jake Paul or KSI, I have literally no idea. They all seem large and strong. They're gonna be able to punch the fuck out of each other. Either way, they'd both beat me. Because I'm weak. I'm a weak, pathetic boy. They would both beat me up.
By the way, don't be alarmed by this. Apparently this is his shtick. He puts on makeup to make him look like he's been beaten up by Nasty Boy, who's actually his alter ego or an evil twin. And then it came out that him and Jordan had broken up. She said so in a live video, and she talked about how she's in a lot of debt from LA and she and Bobby would never get back together. So it felt like everyone had left Bobby, and many argued his downfall was due to the fact that his brother Nathan wasn't behind the videos anymore. But I think it was more than that. I think the downfall of Bobby Burns was down to the fact that he'd now had millions of eyes from the videos that Shane had done on him, and he didn't know how to handle it. Sadly for him, the first decision was to move to LA instead of sitting on the attention for a while and planning what he would do with all of it. Instead, he went headfirst, not realizing that YouTube is a fragile thing where people can turn on you in 1 second and spit you out. Just look at Laura Lee.
Jesus Christ!
Bobby decided to become a new person once he got to LA, which people don't like since apparently we hate it when people change. I feel like this was the person that Bobby has always wanted to be. He had so many ideas. He wanted to do talk show, he wanted to do vlogs, he wanted to do challenges, but it was too much at once. He should have taken his time, he should have been more specific in what he wanted to do. and he kind of expected his audience to evolve once he did, but that's not how it works. You have to take it slowly. You need to kind of listen to your audience. I think one thing we can take from the Bobby situation is that these YouTubers are humans. If I had made this video 6 months ago, I'm pretty sure I'd be completely cynical about the guy. But having time to reflect on this has made me see another side. He isn't trying to be something he isn't, he's just trying to be something he's proud of, regardless of what we think. Here are a few clips of him explaining his mindset, which came out a couple of weeks ago.
Just terrible for your health and not cool.
There it is. Dude looks cracked out these days.
I mean, do I? So when are you gonna be back to making sick YouTube videos again? You know, the only thing you're really good at.
Which sick ones? The like Lego Angry Birds? Or
what does Suicide Squad mean about the future of film? Yeah, I'll go back to doing that.
When the shit started hitting the fan, everyone was like, you stopped making what you like to make and like find your own style. And then you're finding your own style, and there's so many people that have a problem with it and want you to go back to making Shane stuff again, which is what they had
a problem with
initially. It's like they don't want you to go back to making movie stuff. Some people do. I don't get it.
Like, what do
they
actually
like want
want
to
from
see you
me?
just like give money back to Shane.
Where's my money, man?
As of right now, he's still doing music and his social blade is plummeting, but it doesn't seem to bother him. I'm not sure if it came across in the video, but I do not blame Shane at all for the downfall of Bobby. I just think it wasn't his time and place and it just didn't work out. So I think I'm going to end it here. I feel like I'm completely Bobbied out. Like and subscribe because that's how I get my validity. I know. It's sad. Thanks for watching.